Hello guys, what's up? What's happening? Auntie is here, coming again with something nice, something interesting, something that I think you should be interested to hear. Auntie D wants to talk a little about COLAZ Smith and his family, right? I've been following some things in the in the media and about COLAZ and his family. From I've been following them from the time the first child was a babe. Can imagine, quite a few years. And it has, I was interested and I'm still interested. I still follow him and I like what he does. It's very interesting and it reminds me of my past too, the fun that we would normally have. But what I did saw was something that never really looked right coming from some people. But that doesn't change my whole outlook on him, right? I still see him as a loving and considerate husband, father, and YouTuber. And there are often times I wish that I had known him in person so I could approach him and get some of his ideas about things. But I realize that the distance is very wide, so I'm not able to do that just now. But one day I think I will. One day I think I will meet him, right? No, I see some things being some arguments floating around the place, and I'm wondering if there's any truth. But even if there's any truth to it, I don't see it as anything that worth for me to pull him down because we all make mistakes, and I don't see where he has made any mistake really. And he 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 tries to be involved in his program with all his team members and all the persons who he can get to come out and assist to do things beneficial to the community as well, although he still pays them. I still see him as a people person, right? And having watched so many things being said, I said, I want to add my little 2 cents, my little bit, right? Um, he, as far as I see, he's a family person. He's very caring and he pays attention to his family and he makes them feel very comfortable. And I like it, the fact that SHAM also has a channel. SHAM, his wife, she has a channel that she goes out to because even I watch them too, I follow them too. I subscribe to their channel. And it's nice when she goes and I look at how she have the children participating into the vlogging and all of that school life wherever she goes. It is interesting. And I still see it as a family vlog. And it's good that even when Sham is vlogging or anyone is vlogging, COLAZ does not try to dominate. He doesn't try to put himself too much. He tries to differentiate work and pleasure, which I appreciate very much. So if he is there in any video that he's not the one who for that video, you realize that he have a little step back. That's his personality. He is himself away. He doesn't want, because he knows that he has a bigger channel and he wants the persons for those videos, those channels now to excel. I look at when Josh is with him, and when he's with the Cameron's family when they are going fishing, he doesn't try to push out himself. It's not his video. He's just there with them to give them support and maybe give them guidance off camera. Because not everything one will do on the camera. There are some things to explain and allow. And you have to be there. So he allows them to initiate. So when I see that, I say that's a good example. Because if every time you see him, he is in the people's video, he's just there, then it would seem as if he's all over the place. Yeah, as I wanted to say more. Some of us women, we need to, especially when there's happiness in the home and we feel so delighted in what we are doing, we don't even realize, because happiness is glowing all over and we are comfortable. We don't realize that we are gaining weight. But gaining weight is not a sin. It's not a sin, in my belief. Right? And if we if it become a problem, then we can start to, do a little, whether or not you gain weight, you need to do a little exercise. And we see that they have the equipment for that. So person don't need to be critiquing the people and to say that they are too fat or anything like that. But just try to see how best we can help them to go along. Because remember, they are young people. And young people will have getting discouraged easily, especially when we filter things into their way that maybe they might not even be thinking. So, we try, encourage, because even me myself, I have to be so disciplined to try to do a little. Sometimes I just don't bother. But something you push, right? And sometimes you're trying and the weight won't go away neither. But if he's back to the point, if he's not complaining, he doesn't have to come on the media to complain. And he may not be even complaining, it's not a problem to them, right? And I don't see where she's overly too big or anything. Because we are trying not to think that he's too good for her. We must stop those things. Don't put those thoughts into people's head, right? So we of course said everybody need to do some form of exercise, maybe to reduce weight, maybe just to keep our bodies intact, right? So what we should do is encourage person, and at the same time we have to take a hold of our own responsibility. I commend COLAZ for what he has been doing. I commend him and his family. He's a family man. And I see where they have been bonded together. I don't see any little thing happening and if it's happening, we don't see it on social media. So, and we don't have to have any doubt as to that something is happening. What we should always focus on is what we see and appreciate and accept what we see, right? Because if we try to tarnish people's reputation, allow others to think negatively of others, then we are going to try to pull the person down into the ground. And then everybody's going to come and try to trample and everyone come and pull a piece there. So even if we see some things, we can know how we come across with certain things, certain words, because it can really cause a person to feel demotivated. Whereas for some persons, it doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter anything to them, right? So, as I'm saying, still on the point, COLAZ is an influential person, and I don't see him as someone who is difficult to communicate with. If there's an issue, whether he's loving or he's put up with things that any young person would not want to do, if he thinks she's too fat, and I don't think she is too fat as far as I see, they can make it. And guys, let us encourage. When we see young people doing things, try to encourage them on a positive path, because they can be easily derailed. The devil is there to put ideas in their heads. So we don't come with anything now to help the devil to put the ideas. We must help them to go along graciously, right? So, and on the other hand too, I've seen where COLAZ will be going to New York to MC a charitable function there in Bronx, and that is very, very good. So if those persons who are inviting him did not recognize his worth, they wouldn't want to have anything to do with him. So you see, we have to be careful of the words we use, careful of what we say about others, because it can be detrimental, right? It can be detrimental. And it's a worthy cause. It's not very expensive, and I know persons there are going to try to support it. More to say that he's coming from Jamaica and he was there in December. And he's going to come here to get persons to come and MC the concert. And we see wherein he can be a good MC. I've watched him. So we don't need to be bitter. And I still see him as I still see the family as a loving family, a caring family. I see him as a loving husband. Everything that is good. That's what I see. And I don't want to think anything that is negative towards them, because I would love to see them grow, right, into maturity. So, guys, let us try. If there's any situation we see our suspect car here, I don't see anything. But if you do, let's put them in your prayers, lift them up so that they can be strengthened. Young people need our attention. We can't try to tear them apart. Give them the strength. Use kind words always. So, remember to subscribe to my channel, Auntie DTV. Until next time, I'll see you